Hi, Peter out with Vigortransformations, and this is kind of part 3, sorry, I said part 2. Following off of the TRX movement patterns and stretching. So what I'm going to kind of go into is like a martial arts kind of block, all right? Kind of like throwing a frisbee. And what I'm working is getting that shoulder up and out of the pocket. Okay, so I'm coming up. So this would be like a high block. So somebody's punching and pushing that arm up. Now I'm going to imagine somebody's going to try and kick me on my side. So I'm blocking up and blocking down. Now I'm also going to work my hand patterns here. So I'm going to go kind of palm, and I'm going to come down and go fist, okay, with the forearm. So 1, 2. So if you notice, I'm swinging my body in and over, and I'm coming back and down and twisting. Now I'm facing that way. So you kind of see how, again, really facilitates big movement. The hard part is to kind of let it whip. So I want to be loose and stop. And lose my body and whip. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to switch other side. Same thing. Big frisbee. Coming in, hammer, close my fist, block. So 1, 2. Again, I'm whipping my hips as best I can, and I'm just getting back into this myself. 2, 1. Got to generate that force of that hip. So again, it's not always so much about the speed. I want to get up and big, come back and big, back. It's the hips that generate the force. Kind of like hitting a baseball, softball, whatever. Okay, hips start and the arms follow. So again, I'm moving my hips in, coming over, same thing back, over, back. And again, I'm doing this to kind of help promote big movement patterns. So I can even feel like my left is not getting as high as my right. Reach a little bit better. I might even slow it down so I can get that stretch coming across and block. Up and stretch, down and block. So yeah, I can feel my left lat sticky. I should have been counting. Didn't. So I'm going to go back right. I'm going to go up. 1, 2, 1. So much more comfortable on my right than my left. 2. But that's why we got to do both sides, right? 2, 1, 2. So I want to get my core involved. Now, if I was really kind of training, I'd be kind of looking out of the corner of my eye for that block. Okay, or it could be here, looking at my corner of my eye this way. I should have counted. Okay, switch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Trying to be loose in that shoulder so I can feel I am tight. I'm not getting my hand positions. Open, close, open, close. You got it right around here. Open, close, open, close. And when I get that, I'll go to the side view. You stay with my left for a second. So I'm coming up, I'm coming over. So I'm protecting my side, okay? Really would be for like a kick. Again, this one, the punch is coming this way, block, block. Again, we're doing this more for the movement though, but for anybody interested in the dynamics of martial arts, I should make sure my hands are closed too tight. That one I just noticed myself, I had my fingers open. It's gonna hurt. Fingers are open. I'm really not trying to catch it there anyways. I want to catch punch here, here, not here. I can, okay. But, switch my blocking system. All right. So, let's change it up a little bit. So I want to work that shoulder movement, so I'm going to throw in a punch here too. So I'm going to come up 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to drop 1, 2, 3. Drop, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, the punch could go sternum, could go in a xiphoid, if you will, or, sorry, solar plexus, sternum, or I could turn it into a front two knuckle for the chin. 1, 2, 3. Drop, 1, 2, 3. Now again, I could, I won't do that yet, mix it up, but I could go 1, 2, okay, so again, I could be throwing a palm. Okay, you can mix this up however you want. I'm gonna go left, 1, 2, 3. It should be coming in nice and straight. That was a bad one. 1, 2, 3. Much harder to learn on this side, but that's why we're doing it, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I wanted to come up back to go. 1, 2, 3. So I'll slow it down. 1, 2. It's one thing I learned when kind of studying is I'd like to go really slow, so I kind of work that mechanic. See, this one I don't even got to think about it. I can just kind of naturally do it. But my left one, I got to think. Other part to this too, we're kind of just doing what a training stance is called. Okay, if I was really doing this, I might offset my stance. 1, 2, 3. But we're going out of what we consider a training stance in a lot of martial arts. My other hand should be covering, so here I'm going low. For those of you who want to know, high, push, pull, drop, low, drop, high, push, pull. 1, I set up. I used to doing this side. I'm not used to running free movement patterns. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, rising hand in front. 2, 3. Up, rising hand. So this one I'm coming in a little bit tighter because I'm working that other hand now, right? So 1, coming into the body and out. So it's more of a snap. It's just good to learn how to do different ones. So the first one I'm coming here, circle, turning my whole body. Here I'm up. This one's just a real quick boom turn. 1, 2. So the smaller movements happen as you kind of get better. Again, I'm a little rusty with this. Been about a year since I started or stopped. But one of the things that I realized is probably one of the best things for us out there is martial arts. Did that one wrong. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to go other side, but I'm going to kind of switch that a little bit. I'm going to go a different block, so I'm going to come out. Okay, it could be a knife, could be a hammer. So a hammer is this fist is closed. You got a knife. So I'm coming over. Same thing, I'm coming across the body and back. So 1, 2. This is kind of one of the beginner movement patterns. Now I could keep it in front of me too, so I could be running this off a kick. I'm just doing this for bigger movement, right? 1, I could block right here. This would be for the guy coming here, not here. But again, it's a smaller movement pattern as opposed to here. And I realized I was kind of coming out too big on that. I should be stopping here, not here, here. Frisbee comes over. This one stops here. 1, 2. 1, oop, should have been close. All right, other side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I could practice kind of cutting that in tight too, right? 1, 2. So a lot of times, what you're looking for, that snap. To give you an idea. 1, 2, 1. Far away. strong. Okay, inside. 1, 2, so we're close. So I'm coming in. 1, 2, 1, 2. More body. Now, in the beginning, don't worry about the body too much. Okay, you can just forgot about it. A lot of times, you know, people are very rigid when they're learning this. But it's about the flexibility, and it's about learning how to know where stuff is. You know, when I started doing this maybe only 10 years ago, I knew nothing about it. And then realized how I started playing over to everyday life and kind of moving or pushing things out of my way, redirecting movement patterns. You start to learn how much pressure is needed. All too often, really trying to muscle things. And that's a lot of times why we feel weak, because again, if I push this really hard, I only need that general force in the beginning. I don't need, it's much harder to do than that. So we're skipping over that slow movement pattern that a lot of us kind of need to facilitate good and proper movement pattern. Just like kind of skipping, right? You miss that middle part. Okay, block 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So again, if I'm coming in, rising hand 1, rising hand 2, rising hand. Been a while. But again, this teaches, did that one wrong, where my hands are in space. So 1, I know where this is. 2, 1, and it starts to kind of cover, you know, teacher instructs shield, okay? But more importantly, it just helps if something's coming and you kind of, you know, it's really helpful to learn your body awarenesses in space. And that's even, again, what the percussion therapy has done for me. It's loosened my fascia so that I have more sense of where things are, where I realized I just got too tight over the years. All right, last one, I'm just gonna throw in block here, so punch. I'm gonna go block, block, and then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna come under, okay? So 1, 2, 3, okay? So 1, 2, this one's coming in, so it's a back to, so inside, 1, 2, coming in the center. This is where you kind of lie, okay? Rising hand in front, okay? I'm coming over the top of this one. I could come under, okay? But a lot of times, if my hand's already out here, I'm gonna come in. This is just gonna stay right here. Now I switch, okay? Drop 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Feel myself tight. Did that one on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The side, this one will be fun. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Drop. This is that one. You can see how much tighter I get on this left shoulder. It's amazing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Now again, you can mix in whatever you want, okay? 1, 2, 3. Go block, block. If you come in from this side, shoot up, a million things. Part of it I'm just doing for memory and mobility, trying to feel like I do on my right, being loose. Okay, the shoulder's way too tight. And that's why afterwards, I'm going to work on, I can't think it's this at the same time. I'm going to work on loosening the shoulder up with the percussion. So because I did traps, shoulders, now what I'm going to do is get in here and work this part of it. I'll leave that for now. So you can continue that, messing around with those movement patterns. I'm going to kind of come each day with something new. If you want to continue the workout, I'm going to go to the percussion aspect of this, so kind of part 4, if you will.